Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a political prediction reading. What you can expect to see, what's coming up, any other items of interest. Now, I feel I'm going to focus this a little bit on the UK and America because it's the areas that I'm being asked to focus on here. So I'm going to jump straight into the Oracle cards. The Oracle of the Radiant Sun. This is by Caroline Smith and John Astrop. I'm going to just keep shuffling these while I try and tune in. Boris has got something under wraps here that he's waiting to, I was about to say reveal, but it's deliver. Now it's to do with trade. He's about to deliver. It has a knock-on effect of a lot of small businesses in this country. I'm going to just be real with you. It's to do with bringing trade in from America, that's definite. To remove small businesses. Right, one second, I'm going to light some incense here because we want to make sure that the area's cleared and protected. So I've got my forest incense now on the go. So if you see any smoke, that'll be why. He's trying to I was about to say he was trying to complete something, but they're giving me the words literally. Compete. This guy's competing. He's set up a trade agreement with America to compete against China. All right. It's partly to do with this Brexit thing. They're trying to take over the game. They're trying to take over the game. You're going to see some weird investments, and you're going to be like, if you're in the UK, you're going to be seeing this going, what has this got to do with anything? It's because he's trying to bring money in and align with Trump, because they're trying to recalibrate. They know that the money, the stock, especially the stock exchange, is faltering. There's a concern with their own investments. If I was you, now I'm not a financial advisor, so please obviously just utilize your own intuition here and don't invest anything that you can't afford to lose, because that's and obviously be balanced. Don't just sort of sink all your money into this. I wouldn't recommend that anyway. I feel like if you keep an eye on the stock exchange over the next week, you're going to see, that's weird information, you're going to see where their main focus is going to be, and also where they've invested. Because if you see something suddenly like people taking money out of certain investments, then you know it's them. I don't know why I want to say this, but they're talking about barley. Now, I don't know if there's a crop situation here that means that there is a lack of crops. Wheat and barley, there's something to do with that, and it's like they're going to have to... This could actually be why there could be a flour shortage. I feel like they're going to be bringing in these things from different countries that aren't in Europe, like America, and I feel like it might be worth having a look into that if you're in investments. And then there's going to be shortages from the UK that America are going to want to buy in as well. They're celebrating. I'm seeing Boris and Trump celebrating. They're trying to keep a market afloat, and in the next couple of weeks, I feel that they're going to do this. This is like it's like produce. They're trying to put money into certain areas to recoup certain costs. And this is the thing, I've got a feeling they're not actually doing it to sink back into the country. This is what I feel like this is what they're doing in their spare time. My guy's just saying they are. So instead of looking after the country, Boris is now making little trade deals to line his own pockets. This is Dominic Raab I'm seeing now. I feel like there could be more responsibility you're seeing with Dominic Raab. It could be that he's more front line. It's like he's more possibly the face the person that's going to be giving these insights a lot more. Now, it might have just been like, oh, you know, Boris has been ill, and so he has to go away and, you know, to the Checkers and make sure that everything's all well and good. And Dominic Raab will be taking, you know, sort of making sure that everything's covered while he's away. I don't feel like it's just while he's away. I feel like this is going to be what Boris wants Dominic Raab to be dealing with, being the public. He's the buffer between the public. Now, I'm also getting Rishi. Is that his name, Rishi Patel? Someone is going to understand his tells when he lies and is going to call it out. Rishi Patel is going to be alongside Dominic Raab, and Rishi Patel's tells. Glad I'm easily amused. Rishi Patel's little signs that he's lying is going to be very obvious, and it might even be made into a meme. It might even be made into a meme, because I feel like it gets so... It's like, bruh. Is this what it's come to? Like, you have to lie to this extent, and then apparently we don't get it. Yeah, we've got endurance in the reverse here. It's like they're I feel like they're almost deliberately, and look, negotiation under that, I feel like they're almost deliberately making things 15 times harder to make it look like we're... The actual reality is this: we have a no-deal Brexit, and so they're having to recalibrate all of the deals and agreements, which is why we don't have any freaking stock and food in this country. Like, can we just be real for a minute? It's not to do with anything else. We do have a food shortage, but because the supermarkets probably have some kind of agreement not to say anything, because obviously panic buying would increase, and I'm just going to be real and say it, because I feel like people that are going to watch this are not sorry, but are going to use discernment when it comes to this information. Like, I'll give you an example. The only thing I've stocked up on is foundation, toothpaste and shower gel, right? And let's say I have maybe 6 bottles of foundation. I've got maybe about, I don't know, maybe one, including the soap and the shower gel I'm currently using. I think I've got maybe 3 extra bottles, right? And toothpaste, I've got maybe 3 or 4, as well as deodorant, right? Now, the main reason for that is it takes 5 years to deliver any of these things, and I've become aware of that, so I'm ordering it in like a multi-pack. But this is the reason why we're not able to get anything. Is not, I don't feel like it's I don't feel like people are actually hoarding. I feel like initially it wasn't to do with that. It was actually the lack that we do have. But they're making money out of that. These idiots, sorry, but these idiots are actually making money out of that. And I don't think they're going to get a chance to do that for much longer. Let's see what else they're going to show us here. They're trying to show me Rishi Patel as well. He's going to come unstuck at some point. Now, why do I feel like his main task is he's not the budget, is he? Is he the budget? What does Rishi do? Let me just link, because I'm trying to channel rather than use memory, if that makes sense, because it's a different way of gaining the information. When I channel, I'm just speaking from pure connection of source. But Rishi Sunak. I don't know why I said Rishi Patel. Don't know who Rishi Patel is. Chancellor of the Exchequer. Well, now we know. And he's a Taurus. That says it all. And he's born 1 year later than me. He's going to get caught out. Rishi Sunak is going to get caught out. Who's Rishi Patel then? Who is Rishi Patel? This is going to be interesting. Rishi Sunak's going to get caught out. There's going to be something he's going to get caught out for here. And it's not just a lie. There's going to be like a dodgy deal of some kind he's going to get called out on. Rishi Patel is apparently an England cricketer. That's interesting. Apparently he's 21 years of age. don't know why suddenly I've connected those two names together, but there's obviously a connection to this. Rishi Patel. Pay attention for any news coming out about this youngster. He's a cricketer apparently from Chigwell. Yeah, pay attention for any announcements in relation to him, because there's no coincidence they've given me that name. So Rishi Sunak is he's going to come unstuck, and he's going to get caught over a lie, because they're going to understand a tell. A press member is going to understand a tell that he's been involved with, okay? From that, they're going to understand a dodgy deal that he's been involved with. He's been getting involved with, I don't feel like the right kind of businesses. Yeah. He's trying to work a little bit outside the box, I feel. And I feel like he may be getting unstuck with this. I don't want to pry too deeply into him, because that's not the reading. We're doing it about what exactly, you know, affects us, because obviously his life is, in my opinion, private. Now people might argue with that, but I'm not about to start crossing boundaries for the sake of getting some, you know, information, because I don't want to know about his private life. I just want to know about the how it affects us all, because obviously it's not my business, his private life. I'm going to be honest with you though, because Spirit are just saying there is going to be something that is his private life that's going to affect his public life. That's why they're giving it to me. I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to say it as it is. Rishi is about to get schooled in the art of being totally played. Okay. Is this right here? They're saying it's right. Let me just pull one more card just to clarify. Someone he's going to be in contact with privately is going to offer him enterprise in the reverse, exactly as I was getting it. A business deal of some sort, right? But there's also a romantic connection here. I feel like he's being played. This is how it feels. It feels like he's being totally played. They're trying to gain something from him. He's being used. He's being essentially a pawn. And it could be that comes out. But this is sabotage. Someone's deliberately trying to sabotage the government. I'm going to just say it as it is. Someone is deliberately trying to sabotage this, right? Because it's going to cause what they want to come in, which is the Keir Starmer and his bullshit brigade. Because by using all of these kind of ridiculous means of making and undermining the current government, it means that... which is definitely not democratic. I mean, obviously it depends on if you view how the Tories got into power as democratic in the first place. But, you know, that aside, this is sabotage. They're systematically trying to sabotage. This is an elite agenda that is trying to sabotage the government. They are going to systematically put things in place. Rishi Sunak is going to have a female that is going to be placed around him, that is going to be using him for trade deals, and that this is going to come out in the press. And because they've obviously already got rid of old figures, the one that, you know, was the under-bullying investigation that they've now hidden, which I did predict in my other video, that she'd be out of the public eye. We're losing members of the government here at a very quick rate, but this is how they're trying to do it. They're preparing the way for Keir Starmer to come in, because what's going to happen here is there's going to be an election that's called. There's absolutely no way September, October we're going to have the same government. Like, I'm just going to call that now. And the reason they're doing it, could be even earlier, could be as early as August, is because they want Keir Starmer to take over, because there's an agenda with him as well. Now, personally, for how I'm viewing Keir Starmer, I feel like he's the Antichrist, if I'm totally honest with you. But let me just pull a card. Because the Spirit, you know, they're telling me this information. They're the one that shows me the cards. This is not an individual who's in it for us. This is not someone who's in it for fairness. There's nothing to do with equality or balance with this individual. This is about money, power, and greed for this individual. And Keir Starmer's going to be leading the way to open up a whole new bag of tricks. A whole new bag of tricks. Because this is why they want people to question Boris. They want... this is the thing. I said this in the previous videos, right? This was never meant to go 5 years with Boris. It was never meant to go 5 years. They're trying to stop something new being born. This, you know, Corbynism, socialist values is essentially being blocked here. They don't want that because that's then equality. They want imbalance. They want, this is more austerity, ostentation. This is what they're after. They're not after fairness. They don't care about fairness. They just want the numbers reduced. That's their goal. That's their achievement. That's what they want. They want numbers reduced so that they don't have to spend publicly how they view people, which is a drain on their money. And they don't care about anything else. This is basically what we're going through as a country, the UK. We're going through great loss. There's also hasn't quite... Now, this is the thing. Is there, because this says indecision, is there a guarantee that Keir Starmer will be in power in September, October? What is the... Because obviously we don't want to manifest this, but what is the likeliness according to upstairs? They're saying very likely, right? Because this is the thing, it's the oldest trick in the book. It's divide and conquer. They want to shake people up. They want people to be disillusioned. They want people to be confused and to be totally distracted by fighting the wrong side, right? And blaming the refugees and blaming immigrants and blaming these people, because the actual real people behind it, the elite, don't want you to focus on the real agenda, all right, which is basically them pitting everyone against each other, all right. So is there a way of stopping Keir Starmer into government now? I mean, it depends. If you vote the majority in, I don't know if that would count, if I'm totally honest with you. I don't even know if that would count. They seem to say it wouldn't, because it's dodgy anyway. So again, they're just saying it's been fixed. So I don't even know if the voting system would work. But they're just saying keep patience. I feel like we need to be a bit patient with this, because you cannot have this level of corruption so openly kind of being carried out without something happening in the reverse effect. You just can't. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. The universe has a set of principles and rules it abides by, and this does not count as one of them. But yeah, this is going to get into rocky water here. We've got defence. But we'll worry about that in a minute. Let's see what we can do in the interim, because I feel like they'll call a snap election, possibly around the August time. There's going to be something around the weather in this country. It's going to be very extreme weather, that's going to be causing problems for very many different kind of crop systems and stuff like that, which is why it's all going to lead into this kind of hubbub of they're giving me a word, I don't know what it means. Disrepute. They said disrepute. I don't know what it meant. I'm not going to say a word I don't know what it means. In the state of being held in low esteem by the public. This guide of mine is giving me long words. So, because he's my public relations and political guide. He is in the know, and he's telling me what to say. And obviously, without me being blindly led like a sheep, like a random, lemming, I'm just checking. But I trust this guide, and I know my guide's accurate. So, well, he knows what he's talking about. Let's see what else they want us to know in the interim. Yeah, These guys are saving for a rainy day. It's like all of the trade deals they're making is a cash grab. And this is why the government is selling everything off quickly, but it's speeding up. Keir's going to come in as if to save the day, and it's not going to be a saving of the day. It's going to be worse. Under Keir, it's going to be worse. Health in the reverse. It's not going to be good. I'll be honest with you. Let's ask the question. If we vote Tories to stay in, I mean, God forbid, but if we had to do it tactically and vote to leave Tories in, I think there's going to be a coalition. I think there's going to be a coalition. I think there's already a coalition. I think they're all working together and they're not telling the public this yet. I think they're already liaising with one another and they're not telling the public this yet, but this is what is coming into... They know that the public won't understand it. Damn right. I feel like they're going to be doing it deliberately. Look, empathy in the reverse. Devotion and influence. So yeah, there's an influential energy around a connection here or how they're working. No, they're just all in it together. But I feel like, I'm going to be honest with you, there is a date that I'm going to give you guys. In fact, I'm not going to give you the date yet. There is something that is going to be coming up early part of July that I am going to be I'm going to be doing a full video on this later. I'm not going to do this now. Or maybe I should. No, they're saying don't do it yet. That is going to be a game changer in this situation. Because how it works is what I do is we obviously have time here, don't we? We mark time in a linear sense. And so because we mark time in a linear sense, I can trace along that line and figure out what's going to happen. However, sometimes we get what's called timeline jumps. What that means is the actual outcome of a current situation now, the end result of that is going to be changed. And so the linear time of that and the outcome is going to be different, okay? At that point, when it changes, there's a different outcome. And the July day and Keir Starmer and all this other bullshit is a part of that. And so at the moment, I'm trying to give you the information that is going to be relevant throughout consistently. When it comes to July, I'll give you the insight as to what it means and how that's going to affect everything. Because it will affect everything. Yeah. Someone is not going to be in a generous mood around that time. But let's just focus back on now in the interim. What is it we need to know in the interim, Spirit? Because what is it we most need to know at the moment? They're just saying time is not on your side. Time is not on your side. In terms of lockdown, that's going to get extended. There's I don't see this will get extended to at least June, which is why Boris is going to disappear, because he's not going to want to sit and tell everyone that actually June is going to be. Now let's see, is there a guarantee? So have a look. May, June, July. I would say the earliest potential is around the end of June, maybe the 21st of June, 21st, possibly you might hear, of when we're going to be allowed possibly out. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, it feels to me like if we do get let out then, in terms of lockdown, it will be allowed out and then probably will go on lockdown again. I'm just going to be honest. So I would prepare for that as well. Mentally prepare, but it's like, I don't know how much of Boris you're going to see. They're just saying not much. I don't think you're going to get to see Boris much here. He's going to be behind computer screens and behind telephone screens and behind screens and screens. Dominic Raab, it feels like they're trying to put Dominic yeah, into a frontman position, because it's like Boris can't deal with these questions. He doesn't know what to say. You got to remember, Boris is a bullshitter. Boris the bullshitter is his new name. Now I know that sounds incredibly disrespectful as the leader of the United Kingdom. I'm speaking of him like that, but they're corrupt, and I don't respect people that are corrupt, even if they have been put in positions of power. I'm not about to sit and blow smoke up their asses. So sorry, but I don't respect people who treat people like they're numbers. You know, just I have more humanity about me than that. So what else can you tell us, please, in the immediate? What else do we need to know in the immediate? The front runner has legs. Yes, they're saying the front runner has legs. Now I'm recording this. This will probably go out on the 17th, but I'm actually recording this on the 14th of April. Maybe this is going to make sense at that point in time, and they're saying it will. The front runner has legs. Anything else you can tell me about the front runner has legs? They'll know. It's like they're setting up a new system of doing things. And it's like there's a multitude of people that are offering this system, and whoever's the preference of the system is the front is the one that's going to get it. So at this time, let's say on the 17th when this video releases, you're going to see an announcement, or maybe it's already happened or that's about to happen, where there's a new system and there's people competing for that, or there's people that are trying to put bids in, and there's a front runner. The front runner is going to continue to be the front runner. They're just saying the front runner has legs. What is this? Can you clarify this card, please, Spirit? They're going to be... Guys, this feels like James Bond. I'm not going to lie, this feels like a James Bond film. They're putting in... One sec. Someone is going to be severely distracted. It feels like Boris. I feel like... Is Boris engaged? I feel like Boris is going to get married to distract the public. I feel like Boris is going to get married to totally distract them, as if we're stupid people, and that oh, I've got to get my hat out now. Forget that I can't even eat anything. Let me just go and get my hat. It's going to be a distraction, because it's absolute. Look at this. Look at. I mean, look. I'm like, why are these romance cards coming up about frickin' political reading? Drama in the reverse, romance, and I'm thinking, why? And you know, I said about James Bond. I think he likes to think it is. Look, acquisition. This is a marriage. This is solidifying a commitment. I feel like they're going to do that. Now, don't forget, she's pregnant as well, isn't she? I think they are engaged, but I think they're going to actually get married in amongst all this, and it probably will be in the next couple of months. I think it might even be now, and you're not going to hear about it. Yeah, look, they're trying to escape the public, because the public are going to be like, are you actually joking? Look, escaping discrimination. They're trying to avoid scrutiny because they have the biggest egos on the planet. Yeah. Goodness me. Yeah, they're trying to... Again, Boris thinks that we are the most ridiculously stupid human beings on the planet. It's like he's trying to give... He's trying to manipulate PR to make things, again, in his favour, so that people don't question it, and people go, oh, look, what a lovely love story. You know, in amongst all this pain and suffering and people that are still dying, you know, they're getting married. Isn't that nice? Isn't that Oh, look, we're just going to encourage some of this for a change so that no more questions are asked. We don't want any more questions asked now, so, you know. Now, it could even be that around the May time this happens. But look, this is what this is for. It's to get us into a submissive position. Like we're little birds in a cage that we're, you know, we're sort of walking in there to gain this over us as well. This is what they're trying to gain over us. Yeah. So that's going to happen. What else do we need to know, please? That's possibly why Dominic Raab is going to be taking more of a front kind of role, because it's going to be like, and this is the thing. The only reason I feel like this guy's only reason he's getting married is because it's a great reason not to have to deal with the public and explain what's going on. So you're going to hear this all just drawn out affair of the wedding, and you're going to hear a drawn out affair of a honeymoon that's going to be very modest because, again, PR machines in full effect. And again, it's set up because then you're going to have Keir that's going to be like, I will take charge. You're in tinfoil, mate. Like, the only way you'd be able to navigate through this in a fair manner is if you basically had your soul was replaced by another soul, because you're an empty vessel, my friend, you know, because this is what this is leading towards. This is what it's leading towards. They don't want us to resist. This is what they're. Now, you've got to remember, as someone who, yes, I did do Big Brother in 2014, I know how this stuff works because they did it on me. Tried to do it on me. And yeah, it's the same techniques, except this time I've got internet. Do you know what I mean? So I'm a little bit better off this time. I can do a little bit more research. If it's smoky, I'm burning incense in here. One sec, let me open a window. That's a little bit better. We've stopped becoming grey, and people will probably be able to see a little bit more of what's going on now. Right, so let's see what else they keep showing me. Rishi Sunak. He's going to be this guy. I feel like this guy is going to be blamed for something while all this is going on, and that's going to be the focus. That's going to be the focus. It's like that's the person they blame. Don't know if he's going to be in the government much longer. I feel like, because obviously they're going to have to sort of lip service us. Yeah, look. Assertion. This is all like, it's just all smoke and mirrors. It's not like anything that is of any truth about this. But again, just to appease the public, they'll probably move him into some other position. He is going to be caught out. And then I'm sure Boris will probably be appearing again as if he's, you know, it's just all... Okay. We've also got here discovery and quarrel. I feel Boris and Trump are going to fall out. At this point, Boris and Trump are going to fall out. It could be that Rishi Sunak does a deal with Trump and then it causes other knock-on effects. But there's definitely some, because I feel like Boris is kind of like, just deal with it. I don't know. This guy's not on the, he's not on the ball with it. Yeah, look, there is a fight against authority here. Resistance in the reverse, authority in the reverse. There's a power struggle going on here. This is about power struggle. This is about status and principles. And again, the royal family may have some, at this point in time, may have something to say about all this as well. It could be that, as per the previous video, that comes into effect at that point. But there's going to be some fighting. Let me tune into America at this point. I know I've got, let me just have a look into New York. I feels... First of all, what I want to say is it's a real shame that I saw Bernie Sanders had dropped out. I understand why. Personally, I would be voting for Trump over the other dude, Joe Biden. There's absolutely zero way. And now, obviously, I'm not a citizen So obviously this is a redundant kind of thing that I'm saying here. However, I'll be honest with you. Yes, Trump is many things. Many things he is not as well. But I would definitely... He's the lesser of the two evils, in my opinion. Same with the Hillary and Trump thing. He's the lesser of the two evils. Again, Joe Biden is like the frickin' Antichrist. And now, obviously, Trump, in my opinion, has a huge ego, and is very... I mean, there's so much disrespect that he comes out with, but I like the fact that he's challenging the elite and he's challenging the establishment, because we don't have that here anymore. We've had Jeremy Corbyn that's just stepped down, that was our Bernie Sanders, and we're not having that anymore. We probably will at some point, but at the moment it's... I mean, Jeremy Corbyn's still in Labour, but yeah, I would say... I mean, look, you guys, you do what you need to do, but I feel like... I don't know when the vote is. Is it November time or October time? I'll be honest with you. I feel like at this moment in time, Joe Biden might get it, you know. He's got secrets. This guy's got many secrets. He's a Freemason. This guy's, in fact, he might even be a 33-degree Mason. This is a very dark individual, and he is elite. He is one of these people that I wouldn't say we would want to be in a power position, because it's like... I'm just getting brotherhood vibes here. Let me just see. Excuse me, I just burped. It's because I'm releasing negative energy. Now, not to scare you guys, but caution. What is it? Something about your Declaration of Independence. Something about your Declaration of Independence. Do me a favour and look. I don't think it's going to be Trump doing this. I feel like someone's wanting to play with the wording of that. Now, of course, wow. Yeah, it's like an executive order that's going to go against people's health. So just watch for that. It's like order in reverse, health in reverse. It feels like an executive order, you guys. Someone is doing. I feel like it could be behind someone's back. There's a female here, and I'm trying to figure out who this out. This feels like what's her name? It feels like... I'm trying to think of her name. Every time I see... What's her name? I'm trying to think of her name. I always go blank when I do this. I'm trying to look on my timeline on Twitter, because I know I've tweeted about her about 5 million times. So I'm trying to remember. If you know, you know. It's her saying 12-5 and 1,100. What's her name? Someone, I know I can feel people shouting it through the video. Let me pause this video. I'm sure you don't want to sit here me faffing about trying to remember her name. One sec. Priti Patel. Priti Patel is the name. Why am I feeling like Priti Patel is now jumping into my American reading? What is Priti Patel up to here? I don't know if I trust. She's the Home State Secretary of State for the Home Department. I can see her talking. Do you know? I wouldn't be surprised if she's talking to Joe Biden. Why do I feel like she's talking to Joe Biden about something? but she's doing it all behind the scenes. I don't know if this is going to get announced just yet. It won't. But I just saw her and him talking. What are they talking about, Spirit? Because you've just shown me for a reason. Wow. She thinks her position's going to change. It could be made into a trade position or something that is going to mean that she liaises with that area more. But she's trying, look, because I feel like she's trying to keep her place in this. This woman is like a frickin' machine. Submission in the reverse. She's trying to get ahead of this because she knows what's coming. This woman is like a frickin' machine. And then we've got rebellion in the reverse. I feel like when this country starts, because I feel like United Kingdom is going to start getting a bit rocky, I'm not going to lie, because of all this kind of back and forward with the lies and stuff. She's preparing something that's to do with Joe Biden. Someone knows Joe Biden's getting into power and she's talking to him. Let me just check this information. She's making her mark already. She wants, there's something here about her new job. I feel like they're going to do a reshuffle at some point and she knows she's going to be working with him a lot more in the future. So she's securing her place already. I wish people like this would actually focus on their job at hand, not like where they can get to and this like kind of ambition. It's just like, you do realise you're in a civil, a public servant job, but obviously clearly that's not what it's about for you. She's trying to get her foot in the door because she knows she's on limited time in the job she's in at the moment. But it's like you're going to see some interaction between Biden and her. She is like ruthless, this person. Yeah. In terms of lockdown for different, I feel like New York need to take this a little bit more. So I feel like I don't know if they're going to go into lockdown. If I'm honest, if they already have, great. I feel like you'll probably get around the same time as we will, around June, a shift, but now I'm getting lamb, and I don't know what that means. I don't know why they're showing me lamb. For the other parts of America, it could be that there's a shortage of lamb or meat. For other parts of America, LA, I think it's going to be lifted a little bit sooner, possibly. They're saying no, it won't. We'll have to keep a check-in on that, I think. Is there anything else you want to say, Spirit? What else do we need to know for America? I feel like at the moment there's no end in sight with the lockdown. There is definitely a quarrel going on here about money with America and another individual. Now, is this United Kingdom? I think eventually it might be, but there's another individual that the United States is arguing with at the moment. It feels like China, if I'm totally honest with you. Let me pull a couple of cards. It feels like China. I feel like America they're trying to someone hasn't got any patience with this lack of money they're receiving. I feel like Trump's losing his patience here. Yeah, I don't think this is going to go too far, but let me just see where this is going to be leading here. What else can you tell me, please? They're showing me something around, now put it this way, between now and the 20th of April, I feel like you guys are fine. But I want to say around the Taurus season, You may be, beginning part of May possibly, you might be hearing or seeing things that is leading up to a little bit of an argument here, because someone's not happy. Someone's not happy about certain things that have been saying, doing. Right, what else can you tell me? Yeah. There's going to be criticism both back and forth here, all right? There's going to be finger pointing, criticism. You did this, you said that. Why are you not doing this? This is about money. This is all about money. And this is a little bit of what you're going to be seeing here. Now, I feel the United Kingdom will be dragged into this a little bit, if I'm totally honest with you. But I'm going to have a look at this nearer the time, because I feel like things change so quickly. I'm going to keep doing these. So, guys, this was your political update. Hopefully that's been of some assistance. Thank you for your likes, shares and subscriptions. It means a lot to me. If you want to join me for lives, I'm doing lives Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Join me on my social media to keep up to date as to when I'm going to be doing them. Varies between 6 to 8 p.m. British Standard Time. One day a week. One of those days I do a late lunchtime one, so about 2 p.m. British Standard Time. Take care, guys. Bye.